Good morning and welcome to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. I'm Dennis Green. Today on the show, we've got cannabis growing operation found in Aurora fire, police say. 2 dogs were rescued from another fire in Schaumburg. We have a follow-up on the teen that died in the e-vehicle crash. And our leading story, Homeland Security Chief at Elgin, immigration arrest. But before we get to that, it is a beautiful sunny day, 75 degrees currently outside here in the Fox River Valley. A high of 85 is what we'll get to today, with a low of 58. Tomorrow, a high of 87. That sun continues with a low of 62. Friday, we've got a high of 82 with a partly cloudy day with a low of 62. And we want those thunderstorms to go away on Saturday. But that's a few days away. In fact, that's 3 days, 7 hours, and 52 minutes and 14 seconds away from First Responders Fest, September 20th. Be there in downtown Hampshire. More on that to come. But first, let's read our lottery numbers. Good luck to everybody out there. Here are the numbers for Tuesday, September 16th. The midday pick 3 was 2, 8, 1 with a 0 on the back end of that. Midday pick 4 was 7, 0, 6, 2 with that extra number being 0 as well. Evening pick 3 came in at 1, 6, 9 with a 2 fireball. Evening pick 4, 5, 6, 9, 8 with a 3 there. Midday lucky, the numbers came in at 6, 25, 39, 40, and 44. The evening lucky, 11, 21, 33, 34, 37, and the Mega Millions worth $400 million at the time of drawing, 10, 14, 34, 40, 43, with that 5 on the back end. But our first leading story, Homeland Security Chief at Elgin immigration arrest. Federal authorities continued the Operation Midway Blitz immigration enforcement campaign in the suburbs on Tuesday, including a raid in Elgin attended by Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem herself. A video was posted on the Secretary Kristi Noem's X account showing several men being arrested by agents at a house in the 900 block of Chippewa Drive. Some of the agents were wearing camouflage print uniforms and vests along with helmets. Noem said in a news release, President Trump has been clear, if politicians will not put the safety of their citizens first, this administration will. I was on the ground in Chicago today to make clear we are not backing down. Just this morning, DHS took violent offenders off the streets with arrests for assaults, DUI, and felony stalking. Our work is only beginning, end quote. According to members of a Casa DuPage volunteer People's Patrol, people started calling them around 5:30 a.m. to report the raid. One of them, who declined to give her name, said agents pointed rifles at them and told them to leave. Ismael Cordova Claw, an Elgin activist, posted on Facebook that agents knocked down the front door and that 4 people were arrested. He also posted later in the morning that federal agents had arrested people at the Kane County Judicial Center in St. Charles. State Rep. Anna Moeller of Elgin wrote on Facebook that she had heard of several arrests Tuesday morning in Elgin. Moeller wrote, the manner in which these operations were conducted, using armored vehicles, flash grenades, helicopters, and drones, were meant to instill fear and terror. I urge all residents to exercise caution during this time. Families and communities should not be forced to live in fear of their government. State Senator Cristina Castro of Elgin also criticized the arrest. Castro said in a news release, "This morning, Elgin families who were commuting to work and school were met with aggressive immigration action by masked federal agents in unmarked vehicles. This action is meant to intimidate our community, sending a clear message on the morning of Mexican Independence Day that this administration is insistent on dividing a community that is united behind protecting all of its residents." Castro continued to say, "This deliberate fear-mongering is not welcome in Elgin or anywhere in Illinois. I reject federal intrusions that continue to instill fear in the lives of my constituents, families who are active, contributing, and law-abiding members of our communities." Governor J.B. Pritzker also criticized the efforts. At an unrelated event Tuesday, Pritzker said the Department of Homeland Security was causing, quote, challenge and mayhem. He said, "Kristi Noem was here for a few hours, unwilling to answer questions about what they're doing on the ground, unwilling to tell us what ICE is going to do over the next few weeks," end quote. Pritzker went on to also say about ICE is, quote, grabbing people who have brown skin, who speak with an accent, or who speak another language, and not people who are guilty of or accused of perpetrating a violent crime. U.S. Representative Lauren Underwood said in a news release Monday that she had recently met with immigration and customs enforcement officials and was told that from September 6th, when Operation Midway Blitz began, federal agents had picked up at least 250 people in the Chicago area. They are being detained at sites in Wisconsin and Indiana. About 15 people were arrested Monday in West Chicago. Elgin police said they were not notified in advance of the arrest. Daily Herald staff writer Marnie Pike contributed to this report. Mueller wrote, they were meant to instill fear and terror. I urge all residents to exercise that caution." For more news and more events here in the area, make sure to follow the Daily Herald. You can go to thedailyherald.com. When we come back, teen dies in an e-vehicle crash. We're following up on that story with more details. And a Conant's boys cross-country coach faces son in his last home meet before retirement. This news and more here on the WRMN 10 o'clock news. I'm Dennis Green. I'll be right back.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com. And let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers' rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM.
The Chicago Bears, the Dallas Cowboys. Join us this week for more than 7 hours of Bears coverage live from Soldier Field. We start with Bears Network pregame at 1, followed by Jeff Joniak, Tom Thayer, and Jason McKee with a play-by-play at 3:30. Bears and Cowboys, Sunday at 1 on the Chicago Bears Radio Network.
Brought to you in part by Vasselli Law. jmvchicagolaw.com. Able, available, affable, Vasselli Law.
Welcome back to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. We've got a follow-up for the e-vehicle crash where a teen had died. A 16-year-old Mount Prospect boy died after crashing his e-bike into a pickup truck Monday evening in Arlington Heights, just as officials at the Village Hall were debating new regulations on such motorized devices. The teen, identified by family members as Samuel Acevedo, was headed north on Reuter Drive, approaching Grove Street just before 7:30 p.m. when his two-wheeled e-vehicle collided with a 2021 Ford F-150 pickup that was headed east on Grove, police said. The preliminary investigation indicated the teen disobeyed a stop sign at the intersection, authorities said. There was no stop sign for the pickup driver. Witnesses told investigators they estimated the e-vehicle was traveling 30 to 40 miles per hour at the time of the crash. The teen was not wearing a helmet. Alfaro Acevedo was transported to Advocate Lutheran General Medical Center in Park Ridge with traumatic injuries, police said. He was pronounced dead just after 10 p.m. The driver of the pickup was uninjured, and the police do not believe the driver was impaired. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office conducted an autopsy Tuesday, but an official cause of and manner of death is pending completion of a traffic report. Acevedo was a student at Rolling Meadows High School, where he played on the soccer team. His mother, Sandra Acevedo, wrote on a GoFundMe online fundraising page, "My son Samuel Alfaro had a tragic accident. Samuel was a beloved son, brother, friend, and teammate. Samuel was a proud Mustang soccer player. His dream was to play soccer in college. We are completely devastated as a family." The fundraiser had collected more than $32,000 for funeral and other expenses by Tuesday night. Rolling Meadows principal Megan Kelly said counselors, social workers, and members of the school's student services team are available to talk to students. Kelly wrote in a letter to families, "Our school is grieving the heartbreaking loss of one of our students. Samuel's passing has deeply impacted his classmates, teammates, teachers, and all of us who are part of Rolling Meadows High School community. We ask that you keep Samuel's family in your thoughts and hearts at this incredible, difficult time." E-bike advocates said the teen's vehicle was operating too fast to be an e-bike, which by state law is defined in 3 classes and must have its class identified on a sticker affixed to the device. Instead, they believe it was an e-moto or, quote, out-of-class electric vehicle. that can travel in excess of 28 miles per hour of an e-bike. Police said the teen's vehicle did not have an e-bike sticker on it. Arlington Heights trustees began their review of local regulations just before 9 p.m. Monday, following an earlier discussion August 11th. News of the fatal crash started circulating after the meeting adjourned. The new rules, approved in an 8-0 vote, bar kids younger than 16 from operating Class 3 e-bikes, which can go 28 miles per hour, or out-of-class electric vehicles that in some cases reach speeds of 60 miles per hour. The ordinance includes a recklessness provision allowing police to cite anyone who operates any vehicle, quote, with a conscious disregard for the safety of others and or the operator, unquote. Such a violation could come with a $250 fine and impoundment of the device. Requirements for helmets and working lights and brakes are also included in the ordinance. Trustee Robin Lebeds said, before the vote, this is still the item that I get the most comments and complaints about. And it's really, a lot of it is fear. And the fear is from the people driving vehicles who are so worried that they might have an accident, and possibly a tragic accident with somebody, especially a young person, on one of these motorized vehicles. Visitation for Acevedo is scheduled from 2 to 9:30 p.m. Thursday at El Verbo de Dios Church at 800 North 18th Street in Melrose Park. When we come back, we're going to do a quick rundown of the suburbs. 2 dogs rescued from a fire in Schaumburg. Hanover Township has some help with your heating bills. And a bike tour for the parks. You're listening to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. I'm Dennis Green.
Here on WRMN AM 1410, we like to keep you informed and in tune to what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. We recognize the importance of local radio to be a part of the conversation and to be a part of the community for the community.
You know, we talked about the importance of community theater, but supporting community radio is a big deal too. And, you know, for WRMN, this is a really cool thing that you guys do every day, and a really important thing. You have to have a local media outlet to talk about what's going on in your town. So you guys do a nice job.
Tune in to AM 1410, WRMN. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/WRMN Radio. Keep in tune and informed on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley, right here on WRMN.
This is the WRMN 10 o'clock news. Good morning. It's great to see you out there on Facebook and also on YouTube. That's youtube.com. You can find us at WRMN Radio. If you ever miss the 10 o'clock news, there's also a playlist that's going on. As soon as the 10 o'clock news is over at 11, it's posted right there. Sign up by subscribing and hitting that bell right next to it to get notifications when it is posted. We're going to do a suburbs rundown right now. 2 dogs were safely rescued by firefighters during a Schaumburg house fire early Monday after other residents were able to escape on their own. The Schaumburg Fire Department received the call to the house on the 1400 block of Chartwell Road at 1:55 a.m. Crews arrived at 2:01 a.m. and had the fire under control at 2:22 a.m. Though the fire appeared to begin in the garage, about 75% of the house was ultimately affected, resulting in a damage estimate of over $600,000, officials said. The cause of the fire remained under investigation on Tuesday. If you need some help with your heating bills, Hanover Township is scheduling in-person appointments for the Low-Income Home Energy Assistant Program that helps income-eligible households pay for home energy services. The LIHEAP program will run from October 1st through October 15th, or October 1st through August 15th of 2026, or until funds are exhausted. Beginning on October 1st, residents can apply if someone in the household is 60 years or older, receiving Social Security disability benefits, younger than 6, or has either a utility disconnected or has received a disconnection notice. Beginning November 1st, all other households who are income eligible can apply for energy services. Adults 55 or older can call 630-483-5660 to make an appointment. Again, that starts for 55 and older beginning October 1st and can call 630-483-5660 to make an appointment. A group of bike ride will give historic look in South Wheaton Parks from 2 to 4:30 p.m. on Saturday, September 20th. The Wheaton Bicyclist and Pedestrian Commission will host the recreational ride, which will start and end at Atten Park at 1720 South Weisbrook Road at the shelter near the playground. Bob Goldsboro, longtime Wheaton resident, historian, and Chicago Tribune writer, will lead the leisurely tour, offering historical commentary at each site. This event is open to cyclists of all levels and ages. All riders must use their own bicycle and wear a helmet. Cyclists younger than 18 must be accompanied by adults, and participants must sign a digital waiver. For details, visit wheaton.il.us. I want to remind you, we are again 3 days, 7 hours, 30 minutes, and 49 seconds away from the First Responders Fest happening in downtown Hampshire this year. Check us out this Saturday. You're listening to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. It's currently 76 degrees on this sunny day. We'll see you on the other side.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Sky Rizzi. Aurora Mayor John Leish chose not to fly flags at half-staff through the weekend despite orders from President Donald Trump and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker in the wake of Charlie Kirk's death. The city's flags were lowered in memory of 9/11 but restored the following day, while the president and governor ordered flags to be kept at half-staff through the weekend to honor Kirk and victims of political violence. In spite of the mayor's wishes, some flags were lowered over the weekend in Aurora. On Monday, the city announced it would lower flags in memory of former Governor Jim Edgar, who died Sunday. Police say a 67-year-old West Chicago woman who was reported missing Sunday has been found safe. Police previously said the woman was seen near Route 59 and Joliet Street around 10:30 a.m. Sunday, but didn't come home when she was expected to return. At just after 9 p.m. Monday, police published an update noting, quote, "We are very happy to announce that our missing person has been located safe and sound. Thank you to everyone who shared, reposted, talked about, and looked for our subject." Tyson Foods has made a pledge to permanently halt the use of high fructose corn syrup, sucralose, BHA, BHT, and titanium dioxide in their products by the end of the year. Announced on Monday, the company is focusing on delivering more high-quality food in a manner that remains affordable and safe. Among those brands that will be doing away with the ingredients are Tyson, Jimmy Dean, Hillshire Farm, Wright, State Fair, and IBP. Police in Elgin were asking for help from the public Monday in finding a woman who has been missing since the night before. Around 8:50 Sunday night, police were called to check on the welfare of 33-year-old Brandy Lundeen of Elgin. Her family said she had contacted them from her cell phone and may have been in distress. Police found that Lundeen's cell phone was somewhere in the area of Raymond Street and Purify Drive and began searching the area. The search by Elgin police officers and fire crews continued as of midday Monday. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is asked to call 911 or to text a tip to 847-411 using Elgin PD at the beginning of their text. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, sunny with a high near 84. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 59. Looking ahead to tomorrow, sunny with a high near 84, and partly cloudy tomorrow night with a low around 61. Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 80. Currently, it is 73 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Welcome back to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. A cannabis growing operation was found after an Aurora fire, police say. An Aurora man is facing drug charges after police say firefighters found a large cannabis growing operation in his home while they were investigating a fire. Ryan Prey, 32, of the 1800 block of Ashwood Lane, is charged with manufacturing and delivering of more than 5,000 grams of cannabis, producing or possessing more than 200 cannabis plants, and possession of more than 5,000 grams of cannabis. Police and firefighters were called to his house at 7:23 a.m. Saturday for a report of a fire. They saw flames near the front entrance and damage to the siding from the heat. Firefighters extinguished the fire before it spread. While looking for the source of the fire, firefighters saw signs of a cannabis growing setup in the basement and alerted police. Police obtained a search warrant. They say they found 330 cannabis plants and at least 52 pounds of cannabis, numerous cell phones, and drug packaging material. Police Chief Matt Thomas said in a news release, "This case shows how routine calls for service can uncover far more serious threats. I want to commend both our officers and firefighters for working together to not only stop a fire from spreading, but also to safely dismantle a large-scale illegal operation that posed a risk to the entire area." The news release noted that Prey had sustained an injury to his face earlier that day in Chicago. According to the Kane County Circuit Court clerk's records, Prey is being detained pre-trial until further notice. His next court date is Thursday. Anyone with information about this is asked to call the Investigations Division at 630-256-5500. I want to remind you that we are 3 days, 7 hours, 21 minutes, and 55 seconds away from America's First Responders Fest. That, of course, is in downtown Hampshire this year. You can be there, rain or shine, on Saturday, September 20th from 1 to 6 p.m., where we will recognize first responders just like the ones you heard about in that story. The Classic Car Show presented by the Eagles Club 1047 over in Gilbert's. Also, additional attractions of vendor booths, food trucks, and kids' activities. Live entertainment right from the stage from Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones, Mixed Company Band, and Canyon Arrow Light featuring Tim and Joe. Proceeds for America's First Responders Fest happening Saturday, September 20th. In downtown Hampshire. Go to Canines for Veterans, providing service dogs to veterans and first responders with PTSD, TBI, and MST. Also, the Illinois Peer Support Team for firefighters and police. Firefighters and police are never alone. They are brothers and sisters from across the state, coming together to form a support network for the mental and physical health of their fellow firefighters and trained assistants and police. Also, we've got True Patriots Care, which is dedicated to recognizing and supporting those who have served their communities as first responders and as members of the armed services. Visit TruePatriotsCare.com. Proceeds of America's First Responders Fest go to those three organizations. I hope to see you over there Saturday, September 20th for America's First Responders Fest, rain or shine, in downtown Hampshire from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. We'll see you there. I'm Dennis Green. WRMN's 10 o'clock news will be right back.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. If you're struggling with mental health, you should know that there are resources out there that can help. And it's okay to talk about it if you need to. One place to get started with information is loveyourmindtoday.org. Loveyourmindtoday.org offers a range of guides, instructions, and insights for dealing with difficult situations or getting through a tough time. If you're struggling with mental health, get the help you need, because most people out here really care. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs is probably the best thing you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Join your co-hosts Mike Tooman and Paul Burvitt on our weekly radio hour, Chief Guard of the Republic, where we talk about all things national security, defense, personal security, safety, and dealing with law enforcement situations. Call in 847-931-1410. Ask us questions. We will get you answers. Every week, Saturday, noon to 1 on 1410 AM WRMN Elgin. Streaming on WRMN1410.com. Chat with us on WRMN's YouTube Live channel.
Welcome back to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. I'm Dennis Green. Continuing our story with e-bikes and e-scooters and other motor-driven vehicles. A trio of Northwest suburban communities, Arlington Heights, Hoffman Estates, and Palatine, approved new regulations regarding operation of e-bikes, e-scooters, and other untitled motor-driven electric vehicles Monday night. The actions by various village boards happened about the same time Monday evening that the Arlington Heights police were investigating the death of a 16-year-old Mount Prospect boy who crashed his e-bike onto the side of a pickup truck. In Hoffman Estates, village board members unanimously approved regulations after months of debate on the topic. Hoffman Estates regulations are a tweaked form of those Schaumburg adopted a few months ago, with exceptions that include omitting the ability to impound the vehicle as an enforcement measure. Under the village's rules, e-bikes that travel up to 20 miles per hour are allowed on public streets and paths. E-bikes that travel up to 28 miles per hour or e-scooters that can exceed 10 miles per hour are allowed on streets but not paths. Low-speed e-scooters that don't exceed 10 miles per hour are prohibited everywhere, including sidewalks. All such vehicles are prohibited from sidewalks and have a minimum 16-year-old age requirement for operators. Palatine regulations also passed unanimously. Under the rules, the minimum age is 15 with a learner's permit. Drivers 18 and older will not need a valid driver's license. Village manager Reed Austin said the learner's permit requirement would ensure younger users have undergone testing on the rules of the road. The regulations generally apply to powered devices that can exceed 12 miles per hour, village officials said. Exceptions apply for government employees on duty, individuals with disabilities using mobility devices, and younger children using toy ride-on vehicles under parental supervision. Fines will start at $50, similar to local parking and traffic violations. E-bikes come in 3 different classes and, under state law, must have their class designation prominently displayed on a sticker affixed to the device. E-bike advocates say anything that exceeds 28 miles per hour should be referred to as an e-motor or out-of-class electric vehicle. In Arlington Heights, trustees unanimously approved rules that bar kids younger than 16 from operating Class 3 e-bikes, which can go 28 miles per hour, or out-of-class electric vehicles that in some cases reach speeds of 60 miles per hour. The regulations also include a recklessness provision that allows police to cite anyone who operates a vehicle, quote, with a conscious disregard for safety of others and or the operator. A violation could lead to a fine of up to $250 and an impoundment of the vehicle. Helmets and working lights and brakes are also required under Arlington Heights Ordinance. At the beginning of the hour, we talked about a coach over in Conant. Boys cross-country coach faces son in his last home meet before retirement. This comes directly from the Daily Herald and focuses on John Powers as retiring after 34 years as the second boys cross-country coach of Conant High School in Hoffman Estates. The finish line is coming into view for John Powers after 34 seasons coaching boys cross-country for Conant High School, where he's followed in the footsteps of his legendary mentor, Jack Airy. Though it's only mid-September, Tuesday's meet at Bussy Woods was an especially poignant one, as it's his last on Conant's home course. It also included Bartlett High School, where his son Evan is the assistant coach, girls coach, and John Ashton, a member of his first state qualifying team, is now the assistant boys coach. Powers invited as many other team alumni as could make it. Through most of the school year and even his final track season still lie ahead, the fall is filming him with nostalgia as he looks back on what his decision to join the cross-country team at Conant in the early 1980s inspired. It's on the front page of the Daily Herald. Go ahead and check that out. I don't want to spoil any of the other things to look into. When we come back, there's a scarecrow contest that's happening in St. Charles, and Gurnee has launched new and improved emergency alert system. You're listening to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. I'm Dennis Green.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. The Kirk Memorial can stay up until the end of the week in Arlington Heights. A growing memorial for political activist Charlie Kirk in his birthplace of Arlington Heights will be allowed in North School Park through Sunday, Park District officials decided. Park District workers on Tuesday were scheduled to relocate the items, including flags, balloons, flowers, candles, signs, and other mementos, from the center of the park to its northwest corner. The decision to keep items left behind after Sunday's vigil for Kirk was announced late Monday, after Park District officials said earlier they plan to remove the items. The district spokeswoman initially said under terms of a permit agreement, vigil organizers were to remove the items and clean up the site at the conclusion of the event, and if not, Park District staff members would. But district officials later decided to make an exception to their policy, allowing an, quote, unattended display area in a different area of the park. That area will be available for viewing through Sunday, when a memorial service for the Wheeling High School alum is planned in Arizona. The items will be removed Monday morning, the spokeswoman said. Lakewood Chapel pastor John Elson announced his church will live stream Kirk's service. The 1 p.m. event at the church at 1307 East Palatine Road in Arlington Heights is open to the public. A scarecrow contest is happening. The St. Charles Business Alliance has extended the entry for the 2025 St. Charles Scarecrow Contest on October 10th through the 12th. Businesses, clubs, non-for-profits, and individuals should submit a completed entry form by Friday, September 19th via scarecrowfest.com. Scarecrow Contest application. This event is free. Gurney has also launched a new and improved emergency alert system. Operated by Regroup, the system delivers real-time emergency alerts, severe weather alerts, road closures, public safety notifications, and service announcements by phone, call, text, email, or the app. Residents, businesses, and visitors can sign up for alerts at gurney.il.us/alerts. If you were signed up for the previous system, you must register again to continue receiving those alerts. Health officials have now found the second measles case that have been confirmed in suburban Cook County. A 4-year-old Cook County child has tested positive for measles, the second confirmed infection in the county this year, health officials said Tuesday. The Cook County Department of Public Health believes the child was infected during international travel. Officials say they're working to identify and notify people who may have been exposed. One identified point of exposure is O'Hare International Airport, Terminal 5, between 7:30 and 11 a.m. on Thursday, September 11th. Anyone who may have been exposed should check with their healthcare provider if they are unsure about their vaccination status, health officials said. If symptoms developed, they should call a healthcare provider before going to a medical office or emergency department to ensure arrangements can be made to prevent patients and medical staff from possible exposure. Dr. Kiran Joshi, Chief Operating Officer for Cook County Department of Public Health, said Tuesday, This is a critical reminder for residents traveling to areas with active measles transmission to follow recommendations to get vaccinated with the MMR vaccine at least 2 weeks prior to travel. Children between the age of 6 and 11 months should get an early dose of the vaccine if they are planning on international travel. Measles is a highly contagious respiratory disease that spreads easily through the air when an infected person breathes, coughs, or sneezes. The virus can linger in a room for up to 2 hours and is especially dangerous for babies and young children, pregnant women, and people with compromised immune systems, officials said. Symptoms appear up to 21 days following exposure and include rash, high fever, cough, runny nose, and red, watery eyes. A person is generally contagious for the 4 days before and the 4 days after the onset of a rash. Complications from measles can lead to pneumonia, seizures, hearing loss, and lifelong brain damage and death. The first suburban Cook County case of the year was reported in April. I've got just enough time to remind you once again that it is 3 days, 7 hours, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds now away from America's First Responders Fest, happening in Hampshire downtown, rain or shine, this Saturday, September 20th, in downtown from 1 to 8 p.m. The stage presentation will, of course, recognize first responders for both the police, fire, and also going as far as medical, military, and the first responders that will also be recognized will also be put up on the website and Facebook page that we have here. Live entertainment by Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones, Mixed Company Band, and Canyon Aero Light featuring Tim and Joe. Don't miss the Classic Car Show by the Eagles Club 1047, located over in Gilbert's. Vendor booths, food trucks, and kids' activities. Find out more at WRMN1410.com. This has been the WRMN 10 o'clock news. I'm Dennis Green. I'll see you tomorrow.